channel. Today's video is going to be a full makeup tutorial on this look right here. Today I am using some items from the MAC Electric Wonder collection. If you have not seen this collection, you need to check it out. The packaging is out of this world. It's like pinky, purpley marble with gold flecks. It is so beautiful, and I picked up 3 things from this collection. It will all be linked down below, but I did use all 3 of these in today's video, so if you're interested in seeing how I did that, just keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my base because I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy with the eyes today. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime, and I am using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer today. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I picked it up because obviously everybody is going crazy about it, and I saw it in stock at my Ulta, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And I don't dislike it, but I haven't really noticed a huge difference, but I haven't used it a lot yet, so we're going to try using it today again and see what I think. I'm mostly focusing it on where I have pores, which is really just the center of my face on my nose. The primer feels good. I just don't know if it really makes a difference in my makeup. Now that I have that laid down, I'm gonna go in with foundation, and today I'm using my Maybelline 24 Hour foundation, the Super Stay one, and I am wearing the color Natural Ivory, number 112. I'm just gonna pump this on the back of my hand and then put it on with a beauty blender. A little fun story time. Not last weekend, but the weekend before that, I actually had a problem and I passed out outside, and I landed on some concrete, and I had quite a few scratches and bruises up here, and you can kind of still see one bruise right here, but it's almost healed. But I had to be a little bit careful applying foundation up there because it is a little bit tender. I didn't wear makeup for a week to let it heal, and now it's almost good. I just have to be, like I said, careful putting on foundation because it kind of is sore. But yeah, I'm okay and nothing serious. They think I passed out from pain that I caused in my leg, so it's nothing crazy. Super normal for some people, but it was a little scary. The worst part was just that I landed on concrete and had some scratches up on my face and on my arm and on my leg, but overall I'm good. But if you see me babying this area, that is why. Now that I have my foundation laid down, I am going to go in with concealer, and today I'm using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the color Fair Warm, and this is very, very light. I've used this in some other tutorials, but if this is your first tutorial of mine that you've watched, just fair warning, this is a very bright concealer. I'm not going to bring it all the way out because it is pretty full coverage, and so I just let it spread when I'm blending it out with the beauty blender instead of putting so much product underneath. I am going to let the under eyes sit a little bit, but I am going to go ahead and blend out the other 2 spots I put concealer. Alright, so I let that sit there for a second, and it does kind of dry down pretty well, so I don't want to let it sit too long, so I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my damp beauty sponge. So I went ahead and brought the concealer up on my eyelids to cover any veins or discoloration up there, and I'm now going to go ahead and set my face. Today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Fair, and I'm really going to just set my under eyes and my eyelids for the most part, and then probably around my lid, and then probably around my nose. I'm just taking this on a dry old sponge, and we're going to place it underneath my eyes. So I don't really want to bake, I just wanted to press the powder into my skin with the sponge. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just brush that away now that we have it nice and squished in there. This powder clings really well and bad. It just depends how you classify the cleanness of the powder. If you leave it on too long, you will have very, very white spots where you put it. So I do just like to press it into the skin and then brush off any excess for the most part. I'm also gonna take this brush and with whatever is on the excess of it, just kind of brush it around my face. And now for what I am most excited for, which is the bronzing contour and blush. I have not touched these products at all. So today I am using the new MAC Electric Wonder Next to Nothing bronzing powder in the color Sun Soaked Strip. It is a warm red brown is what it was classified, I think, online, and I usually like the red toned bronzers more than anything, so I went ahead and grabbed that one. I am first going to put it on this little brush here. I don't actually have a name on this brush, but I think it is similar to a Wet n Wild one. I'm pretty sure I probably got this in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, so we're gonna go ahead and try to contour the face with this brush, and I'm gonna just dip it directly in, tap off any excess just in case, because I don't know how pigmented and what the color really will be. Ooh, that's pretty pigmented. I'm glad I went in with a light hand. And I'm just gonna lightly buff it out and upwards. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty though. If you've been watching me for a while, you know my favorite bronzer to contour with really is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, so I was really excited to try this new powder out because I really don't switch it out very often. I'm just directly laying this in the hollows of my cheeks and then blending upwards, and it looks so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour the rest of my face where I normally do, and then we will come back to use the blush. Okay, so this is what the bronzing powder looks like all blended out. First impressions, I love it. I think I picked the perfect color for me. I actually really, really like it. I feel like you could build it up and get even bronzier. I felt like it was layering well and building up really well. With that said, you also need to be careful and go in with a light hand to begin with then, because it is buildable and can get very pigmented, I feel like. So if you're not used to that, you might put too much on at first and then have to spend a lot of time blending it out. But overall, I love it, and I will definitely be using it probably every time I do my makeup. All right, so we're moving on to blush, and I did pick up the face palette from this collection. It's the Ignite Wonder face palette. On the inside, it comes with 6 blushes, 6-ish blushes. 2 of them, 3 of them kind of look like highlights. I'm not really sure. I didn't look at the description, but they look like this. They are all shimmer blushes, so if that's not your thing, you probably won't really enjoy this, but I don't care. I love I love shimmer blushes, and it came with this little name card that goes on the top. So we have Wonder Who, Some Kind of Wonderful, Any Wonder, Girl Wonder, 7 Wonders, and Wonder Years. And yeah, I'll probably keep this, I guess, but I think it's nice that it came with a little insert with the names. This palette vaguely reminds me of one of my old favorite face palettes. I don't have any more because somehow it broke and I'm so sad, but the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean face palette they came out with, although that palette had 2 matte shades, I'm pretty sure, this one kind of like very vaguely reminds me of that, so that does give me a little hope. I'm really being drawn to these bottom 2 shades right here, the darkest of course, and these are 7 Wonders and Wonder Years. So 7 Wonders is in the middle, and then Wonder Years is this deeper shade on the end. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this middle shade and try that out first. I am gonna go in with a very light hand just in case as well. So initial reaction, I don't see a ton on this brush, but it might be the brush I'm using. I can see it slightly on the monitor, but it doesn't seem to be showing up too well, so I'm going to switch brushes real quick and see if that helps. I grabbed my Sonia Kashuk powder brush. This is an older brush from her, but you can get them at Target, so I'm going to go in with that same color. I'm going to try to pack it on there this time. So I am seeing a little bit more payoff with this brush. This is more like a natural hair brush. I know it's pink, but the feeling, they're a little bit more stiff, a little bit scratchier, and I think it's picking up the product a little bit more. And I do get a little bit more color payoff, oops, with this brush. This is a nice, more orange bronze shade, so I'm just warming up the skin with this, kind of just laying it on top of where I would put blush and then layering it over the bronzer as well. Well, since this brush decided to flake on me for the very first time, I'm going to switch brushes again, and I think I'm going to go in with the darker shade, which was Wonder Years. For Wonder Years, I'm just going to go in with this Palladio blush brush, and I'm going to dip it in there generously since it doesn't seem like it has like a huge color payoff. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I can definitely see Wander Years, which is the deep kind of burgundy blush shade. And it's giving a really nice sheen. Like I said, these are more shimmer blushes, so if you don't like that, you won't enjoy this, but it is giving a very nice sheen to the face. I don't really feel like the color payoff is super strong. As you can see in the camera, it is gleaming, so I mean it is applying to my face because it is shimmer. And I can see the color slightly, but I don't feel like it's super pigmented, so I don't feel like you need to worry about going in with a light hand with this face palette like I thought you needed to with the bronzing powder. And this is what happens to me when I continue to apply blush over and over. I usually go a little overboard, but that's okay because I like a really strong blush. So we're just gonna go in with a flat top blending brush and kind of buff it out. But as you guys saw, I had to continue dipping in and building up that color to get it really strong, but it does give a very, very pretty sheen to the face. Now that I have that blended out, I think I'm gonna go in with one of these lighter shades on the top to see if I can highlight with it. I wasn't planning on using it for highlight, but I think I might try. I'm gonna go in with Wander Who, which is, I'm guessing, the lightest shade in this palette, which is the top shade here on the right. I'm going to take my Morphe M510 and just dip it into this powder. It is also a natural hair bristle on this brush, so I think that might be good for this. So I very much can use this color as a highlight, which makes me think I could possibly get away with maybe using these. This one's a little bit more pink. I can see when I turn it away from the light, it has a little bit more of a pinky tan undertone. This is definitely gold undertone, but this one is more like a champagne light normal highlight shade for me color. So I think it worked out perfectly. This is a very much of like a glow from within. It's not a bright Instagram type highlight, which I know not everybody loves that, and sometimes not everybody wants to wear that all the time. So I think this is really great. And as you can see, it's still popping the light just as good as any of my super bright highlights. So I think I am done dipping into that. I might go back into that highlight shade and see how it works on top of a setting spray. I know some people like to do that to get a more intense highlight, so I might try that later, but I think we're gonna move on to eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera, and then we'll come back and do the eyeshadow. For brows today, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Granite. Hopefully they look good because this is as good as they're going to get today. We are ready to move on to eyeshadow. The good thing about this look is it's only 2 colors. The bad thing is it's in a limited edition palette that is no longer available, but it's so simple, and I am going to try to link some dupes or similar colors in the description box because I think you guys will really like this look. Today I am using the ColourPop All I See Is Magic eyeshadow palette. This was a limited edition palette during winter. It wasn't this last winter, I don't think. It might be. I can't remember what year Christmas holiday palette this was, but I really do like it, and we're going to use 2 shades in here. The 2 shades I am going to use is this bright baby pink, which I think is Big Spoon. I'm trying to remember how they have the names on the back. Sometimes it's like flipped, like when you look at it, but I know they did one palette where they didn't flip it. But I think this is Big Spoon, and then we're also going to jump into Imperial. So either or, we're using both of these shades, and one of them is named Big Spoon and one of them is named Imperial. This eyeshadow look was actually requested by someone on Instagram. I posted a little video on my Insta stories and they said they needed a tutorial, and since it's so easy, I thought I would sit down and do it while doing a little review first impressions on the MAC Electric Wonder collection. The first thing I'm going to do is take my Morphe blending brush. This is from their rose gold set. I have used this in so many tutorials. I will link it down below if it is still available, but it's just a natural hair blending brush, and we're going to go directly into this baby pink shade. This is like a pink peachy shade. It is a matte shade with like a little bit of shimmer, but I don't think the shimmer shows up on the eye at all, and we're honestly just going to take this shade and cover the entire lid. As you can see, it is super light, but it's very blendable, which I do like about it. So we're going to just pack it on the lid, and we will start to get a very pink base. I could go in with a packing brush or my finger first, but I'm just using this so that all the edges are nice and blended to begin with. This is also why I went ahead and did my face beforehand. There's not a ton of fallout, I feel like, in this shade, plus it's super light, so it's very easy to brush away if needed. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Now, before going in with the second shade, I am gonna go ahead and put this first shade, the light pink salmon color, on my finger, and I'm going to kind of dust it over my lid. As you can see, it really builds up that color there, so it's very, very opaque. Now that I have that is built up as much as I want, I'm going to go in with this second shade, Imperial, and I'm actually going to put that on the exact same brush. We are just going to take this color, put it on the brush, tap off the excess, and I'm going to put this in the outer crease, and this is just going to give it a little bit more dimension while still keeping that salmon like pink tone. While you're doing this, you can create whatever eye shape you want. I like to really stick it in my outer V here and then just flick it out. I think that shape looks best on me, having a little bit more of a smoked out cat eye, but you can round it, you can do whatever looks best on you, especially since these are light, easy to blend shades. I feel like you can't really mess up or have too bad of harsh lines. And this is what it looks like having that shade just in the outer corners. I just think it adds a little bit more dimension, a little bit more color. I just think it's super, super pretty. I'm also going to go ahead and take that same brush and color and smoke out my bottom lash line. And this is what the eye should look like when you're done. I did lie. I'm going to go ahead and jump into one more shade. I think this is Now and Zen. Possibly it is the light shade, the second shade on the top row. It is just a highlighting shade, and I'm just going to stick it on my pinky, and I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye with this. And that is it for the eyeshadow. With a look like this, you could really just throw on some mascara and be done. But you guys know me, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some lashes, and then we will be back to do the lip. For lashes today, I'm wearing the bold face lashes in the style Thrill Seeker. They are the ones that I wear all the time. I'll have them linked down below, but I cannot say enough about them. They are so good. I am now going to go ahead and put some mascara on my bottom lash line. I'm using the Roller Lash from Benefit. I just got this and I haven't really got to use it enough to know my full thoughts. I think I've only used it once for actually like my mascara on my top lid, like wearing it just mascara without lashes, but I will keep you guys updated on if I like it or not. For lipstick today, I'm going to be using another item from the MAC Electric Wonders collection. This is actually the first item that I picked up in this collection that I knew I really, really wanted. It's in the color Feeling Sentimental, and it is a satin lipstick, and I am obsessed, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this NYX lip pencil in the color Natural, and then we will use the lipstick. Now that I have my lips aligned, we're gonna go in with the lipstick, you guys. This is my all-time favorite lipstick right now. I love nudes. I thought my new favorite lipstick was the nude shade that I got from the Aladdin collection, but this one tops it even more. I love the Aladdin lipstick. It is one of my all-time favorites, but this one, if you guys can grab it, definitely do. It is perfect for me. My favorite nude shades are ones that have a little bit more of a pink undertone. Yellow warm nudes really look strange on me. I don't know what it is, but something about that undertone, it just does not look good. But this one is perfect, especially paired with my NYX lip pencil. And then to finish off the look, I am going to set the face. I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray today, but I am going to go ahead and set my face and then try to top my highlight with that shade we used earlier from the face palette, the color Wonder Who. And I want to see how well it meshes with setting powder. The way I like to do this is spray my face and then lightly blend the powder into the high points of my face. So that is what we're going to try to do. I'm then taking this Luxie 522 tapered highlighting brush, dipping it directly in there. That definitely gave me a very glossy look. And this is the finished look. I am so obsessed with it. As for the MAC Electric Wonder collection, I kind of want to go over a few things. I had to choose my tops for you guys to pick up, like things that I think you need to get. It is definitely the MAC lipstick in the Feeling Sentimental satin formula. It is so good. I am obsessed. I love this color on me. If you guys are similar to my skin tone, skin color, whatever you want to say, or if you like a little bit more of a pinky light nude, this is perfect. The other thing that I really recommend is the MAC Next to Nothing bronzing powder in Sun Soaked Strip. I really liked this, and I will definitely be picking it up every time I do my makeup, I'm sure, especially this summer. As for the face palette, I do like it and I'm obsessed with the packaging. That is part of the reason why I grabbed this collection, but I do not think this palette, the face palette, is a must. I think if you were debating and wanting to spend only a certain amount of money, the first two items are a go from me. This one, if you like buildable blushes, if you like more shimmer blushes, and you like the packaging, then this is probably for you. If those things don't apply, I would probably just pass, but I do really like this and I will use it every so often, but I definitely will reach for the nude lipstick and the bronzing powder more than I would this. And that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!